Hello! Atomic Weasel, are you still there? Atomic Weasel, are you still there? I wanted to say hi to you before you had to take off for work. The first person today in the Small Engine Velocity live stream is Atomic Weasel. He's been around since the beginning of time. So I just wanted to say hi before you had to head off for work. So I got 2 people in here so far with 1 thumbs up. 3 people in here so far with 1 thumbs up. We've been running for 32 seconds, and my room looks like a mess. Like, my office is dirty. Dirty. Anyways, so how's everybody doing? Today, I went on a big bike ride with my buddy Master Blaster, / Brad, who runs the Friction Zone channel. And we just kind of rode around. It's Corona and stuff. So I went into a restaurant and I forgot to bring a mask. So I just wore my helmet. And then I watched a video today about a guy who wore a helmet into a Walmart and then he got arrested. So thank God I didn't get arrested for wearing a helmet in the store. So how's everybody doing today? I figured today we could do a little bit of maybe a giveaway for a couple of key tags or so. Haven't done that in a while. Actually, we haven't done any lives in a long time. So I just kind of wanted to do a live weekend. I did a live yesterday, but that was because I didn't get a video released. And then today I did that big long ride today, and my camera didn't really record anything. I think I had it on camera, and when I pushed the button, it just took a picture because that's all I could find on the GoPro was a picture that I had taken. So anyways, thank you everybody for the 2 thumbs up so far. Thank you for the 5 people shown in. Danny Thor, hello to you too, Danny Thor. Trent White, bummer, let's see the photo. See, I'm using the webcam version of the YouTube stream. I used to use OBS all the time, but it's just such a pain in the butt to set up. So I just, if I want to do a live stream, I just want to hit a button and go do live stream. I think the next time I do this, I'm gonna go do it in the garage while I'm fixing a bike or something like that, or working on something. I think that'd be kind of cool. Let me know if this sounds like something you'd like. Trent White, Danny Thor, Atomic Weasel, and 3 other people that I have not had anyone say anything. Oh yeah, I was working in the garage, and I finally bought one of those those hoses. I have a compressor, and I always have to unwind a big giant hose and then pick it back up and wind it back up in a circle thingamabob and then hang it on a wall. I got one of those retractable hose things, and I put a dryer on it and a valve and all that stuff. And now I can finally, whenever I want to powder coat something, I can just pull the hose down, connect to the gun, put powder in it, and then I go. I don't have to used to be I'd have to run a hose to the other side of the garage, plug it into the dryer, which is what pulls water out of the air hose, and then run another line all the way back to their house, other side of the garage. And each hose is 50 feet long. And then when I'm done, I gotta rewind it all. Now I can do it super quick. I'd like to actually show everybody that. That'd be kind of cool. But unfortunately, I'm doing a live from my office. How's everybody doing? Sunday is a good day. A little bit late in the day, I think. For me, it's 8:30 right now. I don't know what time it is for everybody else. And this is iced tea, by the way. This is not a giant Jack and Coke. If anyone's thinking I'm drinking large amounts of alcohol. 9:33. So that means you're Eastern. So you're on the right side of me somewhere. Florida and up, I think. Yeah, Florida and up. If anyone's wondering who's going into these doors right here, there's a bathroom right outside the door of my office. So you can actually see people going in the bathroom. North Carolina. Cool. Wonder what the weather's like over in North Carolina. Anyways, I know I was telling everybody that I might not be able to make it to the Florida Key event, the conch ride, but I re-looked it, and my project ends 2 days before the conch ride, so I'll be able to do the conch ride. All right, well, pending money, I got to sell a few more t-shirts in order to be able to afford to go, but still, I hope that you guys are enjoying. Me and hey Corn Pap, what's up? Me and Vong Lee are having an unofficial contest to see who sells more mouse pads. So far, he's winning. Vong Lee's mouse pad is winning by 1, and I have only, but he has 2, and I only have 1. I haven't seen Corn Pap in a while. Casey Lynn was here yesterday. What's going on, Corn Pap? I love saying that. I think I called him Corn Pappy once. Corn Pappy. That was a while ago. Casey Lynn is a subscriber / Patreon and a fellow Zuma owner. Just for those people who weren't here yesterday, I went ahead and purchased the big bore kit for the Yamaha Zuma 125 to turn it to a 158. Look forward to seeing that build series come through. I kind of want to get as much detail as he's not that old. Kind of want to get as much detail in that build as I can to make sure that people don't have any of the pitfalls. My Zuma videos don't do well. They do pretty good. You know what I'm surprised about is the SV650 videos. Like, I put those out and they don't like get a ton of views right away, but they get steady views for a really long time. Like, all the videos in that series is like 1,000 plus views on those. So yeah. Anyways, what else do I got going on? Oh, I put a light up here, so now that you guys can actually see. This is what you looked like yesterday. Look terrible. This freaking webcam on, this FaceTime cam on this MacBook Pro is terrible. Terrible. Oh yeah, I'm gonna turn the mic gain up a little bit. I think I was really quiet yesterday too. Anyways, who's got a project going on? I need to hear about other people's projects. How late am I streaming tonight? For about an hour, maybe 2. If I get a whole bunch of people in here, like 20 people or so, then I'll probably stay as long as, I don't know. It's Sunday. All I have to look forward to now is going to bed and waking up and going to work tomorrow in this exact same chair, in front of this exact same monitor, in front of this exact same computer, talking to customers and clients through the same microphone, using this keyboard right here, and this screwdriver, and this USB cable, and this cell phone, and this nail cutter, and this remote control, and this scale. By the way, I use this to weigh packages, so when I mail something, I can give an accurate weighting to people when I sell those controls. I don't know if anyone's ever been here, whoever here has been to Small Engine Velocity, but everybody needs to go to smallenginevelocity.com at least once and check it out for me. Plans for Zuma merch. You know what? I was thinking about that. I really was, but I don't know how to do it. My Zuma is stock looking, so it's not like amazing, but yes. If I can get a really cool picture, as a matter of fact, if you have any cool pictures of your Zuma, like really good angles, like kind of off the front or something, that I can turn into a graphic, that would be awesome. Mr. Casey Lynn. Trent White, in Motorcycle Tech School currently, got a Suzuki dirt bike donated by us. 50cc, absolutely roached out. Looking forward to rebuilding it. You said, so it's a dirt bike. Is it a 2-stroke? 2-strokes are super easy to work on and super fun, and there's so much tuning you can do to it. Corn Pap. I just got my engine back from JC Racing, supposed to get 50% more horsepower from the get without doing the big piston. Oh, you did the port and polish. Did you deck? Did you deck the head too? I've always wanted to do that, but it's so expensive. Like, it's not cost prohibitive expensive, but like it's pretty expensive to do. And what's cool is you get to keep the same reliability out of it. So I really want to see Mr. Cornpap, when you put that together, I really need to get some I want to get some hard numbers, like how fast can you go and how frequent can you hit your top speed. 4-stroke 50cc. Okay, so it's not that bad. Yeah, rebuild it. It's great. It's great. It really is. It's rebuilding anything that's a motorcycle to me. They strip it down to everything and then redo it all and then put it back together again and make it all nice and neat and cool. It's just a fun project. Don't expect it to be something where you're gonna make money by reselling it. I mean, although that's possible. Do it for the fun and the learning experience, sir. You are in motorcycle fixing school, so we will be learning from you eventually. Everybody, thank you for the 9 thumbs up. 12 people in here. We've been running for almost 11 minutes. Cornpap said, hello and welcome. Gregory Ruger, your lighting is way better tonight. Yes, it is. See, this is what it was before. And this is the light that I use on it mounts to the top of my camera on the hot shoe. It goes right here so that whenever I'm video recording and it's dark, which I haven't done that in a really long time, but whenever it's dark, yes, that's what I use it for. So Cornpap said yes. Titanium valves. 20 millimeter carb. I don't know about that. I don't know if that has auto choke or anything like that. That's even really a big deal. Keep me posted. I really, really want to know. Aiden. This is my other son. Yesterday, my youngest son was in here. Aiden, come in here real quick. This is my oldest son, Aiden. He is 52 years old, which makes me 120. And he started 6th grade recently, right? Right?
Yes.
He's very shy, but he's a good kid. I told him, quit getting so many girlfriends. Right? All right, give me a hug.
Okay.
All right, have fun. Tell everybody bye.
Bye.
Small bore 2 years. I remember using that light at the stunt lot. Yes, we used that light at the stunt lot. It was kind of cool, but at the same time, I felt like I was blinding the stunters. It's probably not the greatest idea to shoot light in people's eyes as they're trying to do wheelies and tricks that could seriously injure them. But yes, Calvin, I just checked out the site. Wish I bought the cup holder on there. No worries. Is it cheaper on there? Oh, you know what? On the Etsy site, I put the cup holder on there, but I put free shipping, which in the end it turns out to be about the same thing. In the end, and small bore 2 wheels. By the way, he's here. I think he's working on a mini dirt bike also. Rebuild. If I'm not mistaken, I remember he was working on a mini dirt bike. What's my biggest CC bike? My biggest CC bike is my SV650, which is a V-twin, a 90-degree V-twin 650. It's about 74 horsepower. Very linear power. Very nice. And Small Bore said, Cornpap said, real lady killer. Yeah, I hope not. I don't want any grandbabies anytime soon. Yeah, hopefully I'm raising him right, and we're not going to have grandbabies. Small bore 2 wheels. The one main question I have for you right now is the Ruckus. What is the current status of the Ruckus? It literally sat in my garage doing nothing after I rode it that one time because I could not figure out the electrical problem in there. So I'd love an update. I hope your family's doing well. Q. Which, by the way, Q, I cooked barbecue today outside. Mike Parker, what's up? How's it going? Yeah, Casey Lynn, I don't think you have anything to worry about. I'm pretty sure that my live streams are pretty safe for work. I'm not going to say anything crazy, or you're not going to see like naked women, or I'm not going to cuss or anything like that. I'm not really a bad word. I know I said bad word, right? I'm not really a cuss wordy kind of person. It feels, it doesn't feel like me. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I think I saw Roy in here. Roy, are you still in here? Roy is also a Patreon. I only have 10 Patreons, and I've had 10 Patreons since the beginning of time, and 3 of those Patreons are in here right now. Casey, Roy, and Small Bore 2 Wheels. And they've been Patreon since the beginning of time. It eventually, Johnny Rides has the Ruckus. Harness has been taken out of it. ATR harness will be going in there. He will most likely put it in his channel. Yeah, that's cool. Do it. Eventually, it'll make its way back to you. That's good. That's good. That's where it belongs. That's where it belongs, with you. I can't wait. You know, as soon as it started having problems, was when we were really getting into the dual vlog thing, and I really wish he had it. Hey, Mr. C, what's up? Mr. C is he has been my moderator for my live streams for quite a while now. I'm glad to see him in here. Gregory Ruger said the tongue is like a sword. Those dual vlogs were fun. I really enjoyed that. Because we had like pretty good banter when we would be riding around. After we got the editing part down, yeah, people seem to like them too. I agree. I haven't done a dual vlog in a while because I don't ride around with anybody anymore. I don't go anywhere. I work in my garage. I ride my bike around and I do mods. John Red, what's going on? John Red, when y'all planning to go ride trails on the Ruckus? When you do, hit me up. I'll bring mine. I'll shoot you my info and Facebook. Okay, so my buddy Master Blaster, his Ruckus, he turned it into off-road Ruckus. I don't know if you watched that video where the first time I rode the dirt bike, but he was riding his Ruckus off-road. And he was really having a good time with it and really, really enjoying it. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fun riding that mini China dirt bike. Oh, Roy with the super sticker. That super sticker will go directly to Ruckus Parts and financing the channel, and possibly going to Florida for the conch ride that I sponsored. Maybe a lowered stretch Ruckus off-road is no fun. I can agree. But his is stock height with a 6.5-inch stretch, so it's pretty much a stock bike still. I think the only thing he has problems with is that the radiator keeps getting plugged with dead grass. As a matter of fact, when he took the radiator cover off, the dead grass was in the exact same shape as a ramen package. It was pretty cool. Ooh, look. John just sent me a picture of his bike. I guess his is kind of a off-roady, ruckusy. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. There you go, guys. He's even got the X's on the headlights so it doesn't crack. Oh, and you got a Doppler in the rear. I like Doppler gears in the back. Thank you, Roy, by the way, again, for the super sticker. Thank you for saying that I'm doing a good job. I'm trying my best to keep everyone entertained. Shadow Gaming is here today. Hello, Shadow Gaming. How are you? He participates in the Discord channel. A lot of these people participate in the Discord channel. I try to spend as much time in there as I can, but I haven't a lot lately. I'm so busy with other things, but I try to do my best. I'm doing pretty good. How's the Shadow Gaming channel doing? I'm glad to see that you're back to posting and making content again. That's awesome. Thank you, Roy, for the super sticker. The first super sticker of the day. And we're up to 16 thumbs up already, which is pretty not normal for the first 20 minutes of a video. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's awesome. Cool, man. Cool. Cool. What was I going to do? Oh, shoot. I forgot what I was going to say. I was going to talk about... oh, yeah. You know that FLP taillight that they just came out with? Look. It's fist bump that explodes. And then you like have to block yourself because your hand just exploded. And then now you only have 3 fingers on that hand because the other fingers blew off. Or 2 fingers because all the other fingers got blown off. See? That's what that means in real life. Just in case you guys didn't know, I'm pretty hip-hop with today's younger generation. I'm on that Snapgram and that Snapbook and stuff like that. So yeah. By the way, like, I understand the point of Snapchat, but like for everyday conversation, it must suck because like you say something and then it disappears. Okay, maybe I'm just getting old and I just don't understand the whole big deal about Snapchat, but yeah, okay. I think my next big investment will be a custom fab long distance tag. Someone make the long distance tank. I will buy one. I want one so I can put it on the Ruckus because the GY6 171, like I get like 60 miles out of a tank. And I don't know if you've ever watched it. I mean, when I was riding the GY6 a lot, like I just keep running out of gas. Yeah, JDM Password made one a long time ago. I can't TIG weld. If I could TIG weld, I would make one. I would just go out and just like weld a bunch of junk together and make my own tank. But I don't know what's going on over there. It sounds like someone's being murdered. If you guys weren't here yesterday, my daughter messed up her knee and we took her to the emergency room. And then today she's, for lack of a better word, like needing everyone to help her with stuff. Make a custom front holder for a 1.5 liter fuel bottle. Yeah, she's okay. Slot Hit Wonder, what's up? Yeah, and Mark, she's cool. And Casey Lynn, I do have a little bottle that I could put gas in that was given to me by Roy, the super chat guy up at the very top, the super sticker. And I've actually had to use it before. So thank you, Roy, for giving me that fuel bottle. And I definitely will be keeping gas in it whenever I do long rides, especially with that freaking GY6 that like just eats gas all day long. Corn Pap, brother, I'll catch you. Oh man, gonna catch you on the rerun. Sister's calling me. Dad had an MRI or something. I'll have a good night. Thanks, bud. Let me know about all that super head work that you had done on the Ruckus. I'm really curious as to see how well that outcome is on there. I really want to know. Because if so, then maybe whenever I get a Ruckus get motor again, I'll do that. So, cool, awesome. It's a fist bump and blow it up. Okay, cool. I know I know this now. What else do we got going on? I'm about to make some R6 taillight brackets with R6 taillights. I designed my own. I'm only going to make 5, and I'm going to put them on the website for anyone who needs an R6 taillight. I'm going to make some more cup holders. I don't know. If anyone's got an idea for something that they want to make on a ruckus, and I end up making whatever it is that you decided, that you kind of gave me a suggestion, I will mail you one custom colored for whatever you want for your own bike, and give you credit and call it whatever you want to call it, except for free. You can't use the word free. Slot Hit Wonder, hey C's. So last was the first I saw your channel in a while. Busy times. How's the ruck going? It's going good. Thank you, Roy, for the gas tank. And yeah, it seems like there's people that are in the live chat that I don't usually see in the comments, but there's a lot of people that I just see in comments, but I don't really see in there. If you got some ideas for anything, and any bike, let me know. I don't mind designing something for something, or drawing it up, or giving it a test or something like that. Anyways, someone throw me a subject. Is there anything that anyone wants to talk about? I know people got questions. Just don't make them too personal, but I'm pretty sure people got questions. I did not go to the mural ride today with Lee and everybody. My buddy wanted to go hang out, and we went to go see a really old friend that we haven't seen in a long time. As much as I love riding the ruckus and riding with people, my friends and my family are much more important than that. So we went and hung out with him, and he really liked it. He really appreciated it. We're trying to convince him to buy a motorcycle, but I don't think that's working out. So I'm just going to go and take one to his house and just drop one off and let him ride it around in his neighborhood, see if he likes it or something to that effect. Jeffrey Joseph, what's up? Oh, he's got a question. Got my son a GY6 50cc Bolt Revolution. I am wondering if there's any aftermarket digital speedo available. Runs in kilometers and is not accurate. My suggestion, if it's that you could use, is Trail Tech Vapor. A Trail Tech Vapor is pretty universal. You can mount it on the front of the bike somewhere, and then you put a sensor by the wheel, and then you put a little magnetic thing on the wheel, and the sensor, it runs past the sensor, and then you calibrate it, and then you can get whatever speedometer you want. And then it also has a pigtail, so you can wrap it around the spark plug so you can get your RPM. And then there's another tail that you can run to the spark plug that you put under the spark plug, and you can get a temperature sensor. Yeah, just like a bike speedo. Exactly, Jeffrey. Just like a bike speedo. Or you could just buy a 10-speed speedometer. I've seen people do that, where they just buy the little speedo, and it just has a little sensor and a magnet, and it runs off battery, and it tells you the speed that way too. I've seen people put that on ruckuses before, which out. But a Trail Tech, it also has other features. I don't know. That's what I would use. There's a Koso speedometer, but man, it's expensive. But if you can take out the old speedometer and like shove this one inside of it, then that would be cool. Yeah, and by the way, every Chinese speedometer is always off by 5 or 10. I've had ones that were like off by 10 miles per hour. It's like crazy. Trent White, do you place toilet paper on the holder with the paper rolling inward or outward to the wall, or to you? It is to me. I don't like the mullet look on my toilet paper. I like it coming down around the front side. So if you really want to know, it seems like it's more convenient that way, by the way. By the way, got my wife a LaFon. Hey, that's awesome, Jeffrey. I liked the Lycan. I still have it. As a matter of fact, my brother is the one who's been driving around with his. He's taught his fiance how to ride on that thing. It is comfortable. It comes with a lot of features inside of it. And Jeffrey, they make saddlebags for the back, and then they make a what's it called? Drop bars. I don't know. It's like this metal bar that goes around the front, and I guess it's for if you like kind of drop the bike. It's kind of like a cage. Yeah, like a cage. And I put it on there, and it's pretty slick. It's pretty slick. I like it a lot. Hey, Caesar, I have 75.75 left on my Apple account. I'll send it to you for a ready, go. Ta-da! Maybe I shouldn't have ta-da'd it too soon. Mark, I have the Koso XR01S speedometer with the GPS signal converter. Quite an expensive set. Hold on, I want to Google that. Koso XR. Koso XR. Crap. Koso. Dang it! Koso XR. XR what? XR-01S. There it is. Oh, that's pretty cool looking. It's square. Little mount. Looks like it's got all sorts of crazy wires coming out of it in the harness. Speed sensor. I don't know. I'm fairly happy with my Trail Tech, but I really can't. You don't need to send any money, dude. It's cool. I like it. That looks pretty cool. Hey, what's up, Rude Nation? That's kind of cool. I like the way that looks. The problem with my handlebars is that it is CNC'd for a Trail Tech in there, so it's got to stay a Trail Tech. Oh, it's got a fuel gauge. That's why. But with the fuel gauge, do you have to have a different sensor in the Ruckus tank? Oh, wait. It depends on what bike you have, I guess. If it's a Ruckus, then you need to put the Metropolitan gauge in there, because the Metropolitan gauge shows you like the level in the tank. Rude Nation. Haven't seen you in a while. I hear you. I just have the basic 7/8 handlebars. Stock mount's perfect, yes. Oh, and you run a Metropolitan float. Okay, that makes sense. I would love to do that. Oh, I thought I saw an Etsy alert come up. I thought I sold a shirt or something, but I didn't. It's just Etsy telling me that I can win $1,000 if I list every item with free shipping, and I get an Etsy gift card. Blah, 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 blah. Free. No one ever wins that stuff. Oh, I don't want to go to work tomorrow, everybody. It's going to be a long week. I think am I on call next week? Oh, I won. John won the handlebars. Sweet. John. I am live right now, so be right back. BRB. Or am I going to the right of the office? No, actually, because you know where my office is right now? I'm sitting in my office. This is my commute. My bedroom is like 10 steps that way. I wake up in the morning, and I walk in here. I sit down, turn on my computer, log into everything, log into all my stuff, set myself up. Then I get out of here. I walk out into the kitchen and get like a snack or something and some water, and I sit right here. This is my office. It is work from home. But, you know, the nature of my job is work from home. You know, I work for a cloud services company. So, yeah, that's the way it works out. Woo, Roy, super chat. Wow, with purple dye face, with blonde hair and a hat. And he's saying, wow. That's, again, going directly to the parts fund for Ruckus Parts. Just in case you just got here, anybody, I did buy a big bore kit for the Yamaha Zuma. It is 158cc. It comes with the cylinder, the piston rings, a cam, all the gaskets, an injector, a new timing gear at the top for the piston ring. For the piston ring. I'm tired, guys. For the cam, my God, like it was really that hard. Roy with the 2 super chats so far. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Roy likes to push that little $ button down there on the bottom of the chat and super chat it up. I really appreciate it. Roy is a subscriber, a Patreon, and he's been around since the beginning of time. He's mailed me parts and stuff to try out. Like I said earlier, he's the guy who gave me the gas can, so I really appreciate him. Someday I'm going to ride out there and go visit him, and we're going to go ride because he has a Piaggio MP3, and I'd really like to see how that thing works. Jeffrey Joseph, also that GY6. I threw on a new adjustable carb off Amazon, and it comes with a cone filter. Trouble dialing it in rich or lean. Any suggestions? Also change CDI plug wire. No big bore yet. Don't worry about a big bore. Can you tell me? I'm trying to remember. Did you say it was a 50cc GY6 or a 150 GY6? And what size carb did you buy for it? And what's your jetting in it? And then maybe we can work from there. Mark, does that make sitting in your office more depressing now? I'm pretty good at doing the same things over and over again. But ever since we didn't start working from home for my company, I literally am in here from morning. Okay, this is how my day goes. Morning, I'm here all day from 9 to 6. And then after work, I go to the kitchen and cook, or we eat, spend some time with the family. By the time it's 9 o'clock and everybody goes to bed, then I'm back in my office, either editing video, checking my social for the channel and my own social, filling orders for the website for some parts that I may have sold, checking messages in Instagram and on Facebook. One of the things I like to do for entertainment purposes and for fun, which is crazy. Have you ever sent a message to a YouTuber and you want to ask them a question about something that they did and they never reply? I don't want to be that guy. Like, I try to answer every single Facebook message and Instagram direct message that I get and at least say, hey, I got your message. I don't know. I don't have an answer. I don't have any suggestions or anything like that. I like try to answer everybody. And I know at some point in time in the future, that's going to be an unsustainable thing, where replying to everybody is just not something that I will be able to do. But until then, I like to try to be as helpful as I possibly can, if that's crazy. Yes, 50cc and 78 main. What's your slow jet? The kit, it comes as a kit that way. Not crazy about changing jets unless I have to. 33. My get motor, when it was 50cc, I used a 78 and a 37. A 78 and a 37 or a 38. So that's about right. Well, I don't know. Do you have any vacuum leaks or anything? Are there any vacuum lines that need to be plugged that aren't being used, that coming out of the manifold or something like that? Sometimes when people gut out their emission system pieces, they forget to block some of the vacuum line ports. Get the ruck. What's up? Get the ruck. Get the ruck. Get the ruck out of here. See, that's the closest I get to saying bad word. Bad words. Don't get whatever. It's a lifestyle choice. Rude Nation watched a lot of your bike videos. Very inspirational. Thank you. Thanks to you, I bought a KP Mini. Awesome stuff. The KP Mini is for $2,000 brand new. It is absolutely a wonderful bike. It really is. And it's fast, and it's got power, and it's reliable. The only thing, Mr. Rude Nation, that I want to make a suggestion is almost everybody I've ever known who owns one will start to get a slow oil drip. If you message me, I can send you the video. But the shift sensor that's on the bottom, the O-ring is too thin, and eventually you'll start to see a really slow drip of oil come out. My suggestion is to take that off, take the O-ring out, and take it to a hardware store and get one that's just a little bit thicker and put it on there, and then close it, and it'll solve all your what's it called, your oil drippies. Mark, woo with the super chat for being a great resource of Ruckus for the Ruckus for being a great resource for Ruckus community. Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. As long as I have people who are willing to watch what I make, including my mistakes and sometimes inaccurate information. I don't claim to be an expert. When I went into this whole Ruckus thing, I did not know crap. I bought one because I wanted to ride it to work because I was tired of spending tons of money driving to work, and I didn't work very far. It was like a 20-mile round trip, and it was all 45-mile-per-hour roads. So this is the reason why I bought a Ruckus, and then I loved it so much that I don't know if you can call it. I loved my Ruckus so much that I have modded it to the point where it's like show bikey, and I don't want to ride it everywhere because I want to get it dirty. So that's kind of the reason why I want to get a second Ruckus, so that I could ride it everywhere. That was the great thing about the Ruckus, was when I first got it, I could just get on it and go somewhere and come back. I didn't have to worry about my battery dying. I didn't have to worry about running out of gas because one tank got you 100-something miles. It was fun to ride. I didn't have to worry about shifting. All I had to worry about was other cars not seeing me. But yeah. If I get it dialed in, think I can get an extra 5 miles per hour out of it? Absolutely. Jeffrey, another thing. The intake manifold that you're using, the intake runner that runs to your filter, is that still stock, or did you put something aftermarket in place, like a cone filter or something like that? Mark, did you know Lee before or after you bought the Ruckus? I knew I had a Ruckus, and then I used to ride with a group called Northwest Houston Mini Motos. And they ran into him, and eventually I finally met Lee through that group, and then we became friends from there. And he's been building Ruckuses ever since. He's done an amazing job with the local Ruckus scene in Houston. He's really brought it all the way back again to the status it was a long time ago. In Houston. He's really brought the scene back in here. You guys have such a great Ruckus scene, There was no ruckus scene here for the longest time. There used to be a huge ruckus scene, and then it died because of the Grom, and everyone wanted a Grom. And then the ruckus scene is back again. The last time I rode with a bunch of Groms with my ruckus, I kicked the living crap out of them in every race that they ever ran against me. Even there was a guy who had a 180cc big bore kit on his Grom, and I kicked the living. I didn't kick the crap out of it, but like we were riding, and he's like way up here because he can take off better because he has gears. But after a while, I was like, I did a good, yeah. Ruckuses are wonderful. Ruckuses is like the AR-15 of the scooter world, where it's like interchangeable everything. By the way, thank you, Mark, for the 5 on the super chat. And thank you, Roy, for the 2 super stickers so far. That is directly going to parts funds to fund the channel's content. Because I now have I have a teenager who is about to start driving. My God. Who's going to start driving. So that means my insurance is going to go through the roof. And then we have a third car that she's going to ride. So I got to get that car all ready. And then insurance. And then her friend moved in whose parents left to move to Conroe, and she wanted to finish at this high school. So she lives in my house now, and she's 18 and she doesn't drive. So we have to drive her all over the place to go to work and stuff. And then my oldest son is turning 13, and he's going to get his first cell phone because he's in orchestra. So, he does a lot of after school, before school activities. So he needs a phone. No, Mark, she's not getting my Miata. She's getting the 2006 Pontiac Vibe. My Miata's going to my son. He's 13. I told him when he turns 15, we'll pull the car out of the garage and we'll start cleaning it, fixing it, changing the oil, doing tire stuff, have him like just work on the car. Like be really involved in the maintenance of the vehicle, clean the filter, change the filter out, change light bulbs. Actually, it's the car right behind me, right there, that one right there. And then when he gets to the point where he's driving it, then he'll have a little bit more visibility as far as responsibility for taking care of it, because he put a lot of time and effort to it. I don't want it to feel like I just handed him something and said, here, use it. So, yeah. And it's a manual, and it's 5-speed, and I put a short shifter. I've lowered it. The piston's been bored out 2 mil, so it's more like a 2-liter Miata motor. I did all the porting and polishing on the motor, and then we did a lot of we took all the rockers and everything, and then we balanced them all and made them all literally the exact same weight all the way across. And I know this isn't a huge, awesome number, but it can run the quarter mile in 15, sometimes a little bit under 15. And this is all motor, no nitrous, no turbo. So, for a 4-cylinder straight 4, 14, running under a 15 is pretty awesome, if you ask me. But it wasn't made to be that way. It is a curved swinger. Anyways, Miata was the car I learned to drive manual on. It was a blast. I've taught so many of my cousins to drive a standard in that car because it's so easy to drive. The shifting is so clean. And now that I replaced the clutch and the flywheel, the clutch, the pressure plate, and the flywheel, yeah. By the way, that car is that one that you see in the picture. That's the one where the transmission fell on my head, and I got the scar right here. And I know I've told everyone this story like 100 times, that I was under the car and the transmission fell on my head, blah, 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 blah. What's up, Michael? Dang, I'm always showing up late now that I'm working. Well, I'm glad that you're working. I'd rather you be working than watching my live streams then. Joseph Caesar, I ride Honda CTX 700 DCT. Any thoughts on the dual clutch transmission Honda is using more and more? Gold wings. I don't really have an opinion. I've never really rode one, and I really don't have a ton of insight. I know that the Goldwing has reverse, the new one. I think that's a little excessive, but okay. But yeah, what I really want to do is I want to get like a Honda Silverwing, the scooter one, and see if you could take that motor out and shove that one in a ruckus. That would be pretty cool. Miles, I want that bike. Which bike? The CTX 700? I thought I saw one on the freeway today. Isn't it an automatic or something like that? Is that transmission that you're talking about when you say dual clutch? Is that automatic or is that sequential shifting, like up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, down? Jurassic Juke, what's up? Thank you for the super sticker. We got Jurassic Juke, we got Mark, and then we got 2 Roys today. Roy's always super stickering me, but I really appreciate it. I really like live streams. I need to do them more. It seems like the effort is a lot less than creating a video, but I don't want to do all live streams either. Maybe next time I'll play some video games or something like that while we're doing this. You definitely need to try the new Goldwing. Yes, the bike is incredible. It's got like storage compartments all over the place and proximity sensors and like extending windshields and junk, and like it's like super smart. If I was ever to buy a touring bike, like if I wanted to drive across the country or something like that, that would be the one I would buy. I know that people like Harleys and stuff like that, but it just doesn't seem like the bike that I would want. I would want like technology in it. I don't know, whatever. Push, so it says button, shifters, full manual, automatic drive mode, sport mode. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. My first car was a manual 1967 Dodge Charger with a 440 engine. That's a lot of car. You want an old Silverwing, like an 81 model? I don't even know if I can shove a Silverwing motor underneath a ruckus, but I certainly would try. It's just, to find these donor bikes, you got to spend a lot of money, and then there's a lot of fabrication involved. And I think I got some of the fabrication down now that I got the CNC plasma. And we can make things, but I think it's the welding part that I need to learn next. Mark, does anyone watch Murda on Twitch? Pretty fun racing channel with live streams and drag strips in the DFW area. No, but I'm going to write it down. What did you say? Murda. M-U-R-D. Murda? Like murder? Or Murda? Because there's one for 700 in Shreveport. Email me a link or something. Let me take a look at it. Maybe it'd be a cool rebuild project. I don't know. I need to get this Zuma project going. My brother, he's been borrowing my Yamaha Zuma like crazy lately because he like absolutely adores it. He like rides the Yamaha Zuma around everywhere instead of his Gixxer. He put a box on the back, like those dorky boxes that you can carry things in. It's like 40 liters in the back. And then it has storage space under the seat. He goes buys like tons of groceries with it and stuff. He loves it. And that's good. I'm glad he's getting used because, like I said, my commute is from that room over here into here every morning. So like I don't get to ride to work, which riding to work used to be like my therapy. By the way, everybody, thank you for the 19 thumbs up so far, the 19 likes. 14 people are in here right now. 13 people are in here right now. And we've been running for just under 55 minutes. 55 minutes. Anyways, so Yeah, send me a link. But an 81 Silverwing. Hold on. Let's Google that. We got Google, right, guys? Honda 1981 Silver Wing. Oh, that's cool. But it's not a scooter. Is it? Why does that motor look weird? Is the piston coming out the side at an angle? Okay, I gotta click on it some more. Why does it look weird? Okay, well, they're not going to show me any more pictures. Thanks, guys, for giving me a link that has, like, nothing. That's kind of cool. What I was kind of looking for is the automatic Silverwing scooter and transplanting that into a Ruckus, but I guess that's not going to happen. Where's my live stream so I can see people talking? There we go. Zumas are the most reliable scooters I've ever ridden. It is like, I'm telling you right now, I have had zero problems out of that Zuma. I put that exhaust on that we welded together with my dad, and I put that intake in there, and I mean, it runs awesome. What's cool is it's tall enough that, like, you can throw it around. You can be like, wow, wow, you know, leaning into your turns and stuff. It's got a sport bike or, you know, a big bike feel to it when you throw it left and right, like doing switchbacks and stuff. It's a really fun scooter. Watch my video of racing because you're in a my dad watched DFW racing because he used to drag race a long time ago. Cool, cool. Zeke TV Theocoloes is the 27 Ice Bear Mad Dog a good scooter? When you say 2017, what is that, like Gen 3? They come in generations. The Mad Dogs, the Ruckus clones, the Chuckuses. I only like the Generation 4 and the Generation 5. DFW has a solid racing scene. Yes, they do. And Antonio Baez, I want one. When you say I want one, what are we talking about? Like, you want an Ice Bear? Or you want a Silverwing? Or you want a Ruckus? Or you want a drag race? Again, thanks for the fender eliminator walkthrough on the X22 GT. Super easy to install. I love it on. Makes it look. It does. That fender on the X22 GT, that stock fender, was terrible. And what was funny is it had a fender in the back, but then the back wheel has a fender on it already. So it was like it was redundant. And fortunately for Miles, the universal one, the holes on it were perfect to bolt right up to it. And then the wires come up the top to exactly where it feeds up into the top. Anyways, thank you, Jurassic Juke. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Roy, for the 2 super chats today. That goes into the parts fund for more content in the future. 100%, I guarantee it. I'm not going to go buy beer or wine or whiskey or anything like that. Or vape juice or anything. Literally, it goes straight into a PayPal, and then that account goes straight into parts. Why do you like the Gen 4 and 5? Because the Gen 4 is a single suspension on the left side, just like a Ruckus. I'm not a big fan of the dual suspension in the back, and it has the extra swing arm that comes to the other side of the thing. Yeah. And then the Gen 4, it has a stretch tire in the back, so the back tire is round. I couldn't stand the first and second generation because the back tire was like flat. Like, how in the world do you lean on that? Like, you could sit at a stoplight and just like sit there. Like, it needs to be round. And there are a few design changes in the 4. Now, I haven't really ridden the 5, or I haven't really seen too many of the 5s, but it's about the same thing as far as the way it's designed. And for the people who like the Mad Dog, there's a lot of cross parts that work back and forth between the Ruckus and the Chuckus Gen 4 and Gen 5. But that's the reason why I like it. I wouldn't mind having one. I really wouldn't, but I'm not going to buy one. If I could find one for super cheap, I would. Or if I could find a sponsor who would give me one. Because, I mean, imagine how cool a video series would be to have a Chuckus and a Ruckus GY6, and then just do some comparisons. Like, are they the same? Are they different? Why is it this way? Why is it that way? Why is the Chuckus better? Why is the Ruckus better? Why is, you know, what can you do here? Will this part move from a Ruckus work on this one? Like, there's just a lot of different things. Get the Ruck. The 5 has the same type of headlight as your Ruckus. Okay. I can see that. But anyways, thank you for the 20 thumbs up so far. I really don't feel like stopping right now. I was going to stop at an hour, but I really don't feel like it right now. The sooner I get off my live chat, the sooner I have to go to bed and then go to work tomorrow. And don't get me wrong. I don't want anyone to think that I don't like my job. I love my job. So, yay. That's how it works. And I want to continue. Now, I don't know when I'm going to do a live again. You know, if you want me to do a live, then just post it on the Facebook channel. Post it in the comments. Say, haven't seen you do a live in a while. And I'll do them. What's your opinion on the latest Ruckus now? Oh, Roy. Hey, thanks again. We got Roy in here with another super chat this time. He said, Roy always wants me to do lives. I think he participates in the lives for Rolling Wrench also and hangs out in Rolling Wrench's live. So everyone always wants me to do more, but I for some reason, I just haven't done very many as possible. What's your opinion on the latest Ruckus now? A stock Ruckus seat is designed for a stock Ruckus handlebar. If you ever noticed, the stock Ruckus handlebar is really tall. So therefore, the seat is really tall. Because I believe that there are regulations on how they're made. They have to be a certain height so that people can see you on the road from their car window when they're riding next to you. I'm surprised that there are no Ruckuses being pulled over for being this high off the ground and then having bars this high off the ground. Like, I can pull up next to a standard stock truck and I can't see the driver's head from sitting next to it. So imagine that's pretty dangerous. So that's kind of why you need to have a loud exhaust, or, you know, I truly believe in loud pipes save lives when it comes to riding your Ruckus around. I really do. I really do. But yeah, that's the reason why they're geometried like that. Now, I've seen people who use the stock seat with lowered handlebars, and it looks ridiculous. Like you're riding a Gixxer or something. like your handlebars are at your knees, you know? It just seems weird. Miles said, it's hard to be in all places at once. Do the lives when you can. I work in healthcare. Bike tinkering is my hobby. I understand I'm an ex-IT guy. Yeah, see? It took me forever. I like so many different things. It took me forever to pick a career. I've worked in retail as a manager of a store, a GM. I have worked as a restaurant manager. I did hotel and restaurant manager major for a long time. I was a music major out of high school. I was an engineering major, then electrical engineering, and then electrical mechanical engineering. I just could not pick one thing. And then I ended up landing in IT. So now I do storage administration for cloud services like IaaS, DRaaS, or disaster recovery, backup, clouded services, IaaS services. So basically, instead of running services in your servers in your own data center, you run virtual ones in my data center, and we manage all that other stuff behind it. But for those of you who don't understand all that stuff, basically, when someone says it's all in the cloud, all that means is that you're using someone else's servers and equipment and data center and bandwidth. That's all the cloud is, meaning you're using someone else's stuff to store it and run it and secure it and function it. So when you're using iCloud, instead of saving it on your phone, you're saving it in Apple's data center and everything. All that means is the cloud. So if anyone ever has a question about what the cloud is, the cloud just means you're using someone else's crap. Casey said lives from the garage. Casey, do you remember the time in the beginning where I did all the lives from the garage? I think I'm going to do that next weekend. Well, I don't know what's happening next weekend. I don't know if my wife has anything planned for me. But if I do a live from the garage, I'll do a live. If I do a live from the garage, I'll be working on a bike or something like that and talking from there. Contact solution, correct. Sweet tea, yes. A 128 gigabyte thumb drive. That's where I hang all my keys. That's where I hang my big bike jacket. All these plastic containers contain all the ruckus parts that I sell. The left side control. Oh, as a matter of fact, I'll go get it. So, for the Honda Ruckus, for the Get, and for the ATR, I get these controls. You can't see it. I get them from a vendor, and then I take all of the wires and then I pin them out into a 9-pin controller where you can plug them directly into the Get. So you can replace the controls on the left side of your bike. To this kind. You can't see it. I take each pin and then I solder the pins. You don't have to solder them, but it's a little bit of over engineering. Then I take each pin and then I shrink wrap each pin on top of it, and then I take the end of the cable and I shrink wrap that too. All right. And then I take the control and I open the control and then I build a separator. Yeah, left-hand control, exactly. I noticed sometimes the two pins for the horn, they're really close, and sometimes they'll connect, and then you start your bike and it's just honking the horn all day. So you take the control back off and then you put a separator in there so that it'll never happen. But really the goal is this harness, and the goal on this is to make sure that you can't yank it apart. And then for the right side control, I know this looks very basic, but you take the right side control and you unplug it and you plug it into this. It has 2 leads, and then you put a button on your bike and then you push button start. So you can completely eliminate the right side control. Now there's a loop right here where you can break the loop and you can put a kill switch if you want, but the kill switch is basically off all the time on here. And then I use shrink wrap. I use closed loom. So I fish the wire through closed loom. That's a pain in the butt to get this wire through the closed loom and then evened out. And I sell this too. I make these and I enjoy making them. And then when you order it, there's a few options for the button. And I know I don't have to talk about this, but I really like showing this. And yes, I'm using tiny little baggies, okay? I don't have to put them in baggies, but like sometimes these little screws that go in the back of the terminals, they come off. They just simply just thread out. So I don't want to lose them. So I put these little baggies in here, and you have 12 millimeter buttons, 19 millimeter buttons, and I also have 16 millimeter buttons. But I put them in little baggies so that you can't accidentally lose a piece whenever you ship it. So I know my wife's like, you know what? You overthink everything, and you over-engineer everything. Like, well, you know, if I was to buy something that was made like that, that's how I would want it made. So if that's how I would make it for myself, then I think other people will appreciate it. Anyways, Mark says, my horn is so weak. It is very true. On smallenginevelocity.com, I have that air horn, a Piezo air horn, which is much louder. But the problem with that horn is it sounds like a car horn. So when you push the horn button, like when you want to honk your horn, you're like, beep, beep, beep. People don't look at you because they don't think that that scooter is making that noise. They think it's a car. They're like, beep, beep. And they look at you and like, no, it can't be him. It's got to be someone else. Who's honking at me? It can't be that little tiny scooter off to the side. Yeah, it is. It's me. And then I put the horn under the seat. So now whenever you honk the horn, it's even louder because it's outside of the battery box. If I buy a Ruckus on Facebook, would you have the parts that may be missing? Yeah. I may not have it listed on my website, but I do have vendors where I can order parts for you if you need them. You just have to let me know. Or I can at worst, I can at least find you the links of the parts that you need to build it. 100% for sure. Anyone have speedo issues on their Ruckus? Mine is a 2009 speedo stopped working at 298 miles. Michael, my recommendation if you bought it brand new is to take the reason why you buy a brand new bike is because it has a warranty. So the number one thing for you to do is take it right back to them and have them replace your speedo. Because, okay, here's my experience with motorcycles. If you replace the gauge cluster and with a different one and your mileage shows up different and then you tell somebody that you replaced it, then you have to register your bike as salvage because it doesn't have an accurate number of miles that were actually put on the bike. So my recommendation is take it straight to the dealership and have them do it so that you never have to deal with any kind of weird registration problems with the miles being off or the miles never changing whenever you go get it inspected. If you live in a state that needs to have your Ruckus inspected. Zeke, it's good to be organized. Yes. But I'm not an organized person. I don't want anyone to think that I am. This is my wife's doing. Okay? That's my wife's doing. Like hanging my jacket there, and then hanging my Ruckus backpack up here and my Ruckus vest over here and having a shelf with my helmets. That's my wife's doing. And everything, like if I could just show you my desk right now, the top of it, yeah. And yes, this is contact solution. I'll put it over here. And I'll replace it with hydrogen peroxide bottle. Bet you're wondering why I have hydrogen peroxide here. Well, if you really want to know why there's hydrogen peroxide here, is because if you look at the inside of my hand, I was holding a plate that I was trying to drill a hole through. It was, I think it's 20 gauge stainless steel that I had just cut on the plasma cutter. And I was trying to drill a hole through it, and it caught. So then the piece started spinning with the drill bit and went across my fingers, and then blood went everywhere. So lesson learned, whenever you're trying to drill a hole in something, use your table vise, put it on the ground and stand on it and put a piece of wood. Do not hold it with your hand. Will we get an offering on the wind deflector? Oh, hold on. 1 second. Okay, so wind deflector. I made a second generation version of the bracket so that it pinches better across the top. So how it works is, you know how you have that bolt that goes through the stem? Well, you use some washers and spacers on top of it, and you put it between here, and then you bolt through it like that, and it goes with your steering wheel. And then you put the wind deflector has a thing on. Basically, what I'm saying is, if you want me to make you one, Michael, I will make you one. After I do a few more revisions on it, on this one. I powder coated this one black today. It's not a final product. I don't think I'll end up selling it, but I think for people who want it, I guess I could make one. So yeah. I have a friend, Ramen on Wheels. Ramen on Wheels? Like they deliver ramen? That's cool. Like ramen or like ramen like in the microwavable package ramen? And yes, Zeke, it hurt. It hurt so much and it bled all down my arm. And I covered it with a towel. And then I thought I can't show my wife because she's going to call me an idiot for what I did. So I kind of just like held it, washed it, and stuff like that until it stopped bleeding as much. And then I went to my wife and I'm like, look, I cut my hand. Can you help me put a Band-Aid on? And she's like, let me see. And she bent it and it goes, and blood came down my arm. She's like, yeah, okay, I'm an idiot. Leave me alone. We're talking about wind deflect. Yeah, so this is the next version of it. The bracket. I may end up ordering another wind deflect. If I sell it, then I'll end up buying more of the wind deflectors and I'll sell it with this piece. See how it's kind of it's tilted in so that when you tension it across, it's flat now. And that's really the goal. Because mine is basically bent in instead of with this slight bend over here to make it clasp correctly, because the width right here needs to be wider because of this hole that you thread the bolt through, and then the top part isn't as wide as this part. So I haven't put this on the bike, if I even put it on the bike. I was just experimenting with it on there. And Mark, it was very hard to get this bend because I have one of those big metal brakes, the long, wide metal brakes. So it was like a pain in the butt to get this to bend the way I wanted it to. I don't know if they make little tiny metal brakes. That would be kind of cool. So yeah, Michael, what kind of stem do you have? Handlebars. That might be a factor in the way it works, because mine is specifically made for the type of bars I have. So maybe we can work on that. Forever Burning Rubber, what's up? Mark, do you do your own machining? I have a CNC plasma cutter. So basically it's just a plasma cutter connected to an X and Y, and you program it and it just cuts it out. So yeah, I guess I do my own machining. It's kind of so first, to give you a little history, before I did ruckuses and stuff, I did a lot of 3D printing and designing in Fusion 360. And then I stopped because 3D printing was cool and all, but like as far as practical making of things, nothing. It was never really strong enough to really be something I could feasibly make for everybody. And then I got into ruckuses, and then me and my brother bought a CNC plasma cutter, and then basically it's the same thing as 3D printing, except for it's just one layer instead of 50 billion layers going all the way up. I'm running the NCY taper stem with NCY taper bars. NCY stem. Let me Google that. This NCY stem. I think I even sell this one, I think. Okay, so I see what you're talking about. See that on your stem on the bottom part of that platform, there's a bolt that goes through. So I think that I'm pretty sure this would work. Well, where am I? So I think this would work for you. I mean, it's worth a shot, right? I also have one stem and drag bar setup. Yep, the bolt. Yeah, see, so you would put the bolt through the triple tree through here. And you may need to put some washers in between here and there to get the distance outside of the radius of the OD of the stem, like this, so that it's not trying to bend this part when you're putting it in. And you can buy washers anywhere. It would probably work. I got some parts going to send to you, Caesar. You do anything you want to it. I have built some cool stuff from people sending me their leftover parts. Like leftover people had messed up ankle biters and all sorts of stuff. So yeah. Are you thinking about creating your own lowrider scooter from scratch? I don't know. If I can ever learn how to weld, specifically TIG welding, if I can learn how to weld, then probably. But more than likely, I don't think it would ever be from scratch. I think I would use a base and then modify that base, like take a Tao frame from some Chinese scooter and then turn it into a tractor like that one guy did, or modify more ruckus frames. I think I'm more interested in modifying rear ruckus frames to hold different kinds of motors and then making those for people. For example, PCX motor. I can build a whole rear frame. And then, yeah, see, Casey's correct. You can get a rear frame, and it's not super expensive. And then I'll just sand it down, sandblast it down, and then build frames with motor mounts already built, and then seat frames already welded in one piece, so crap doesn't vibrate. Like, it just blows my mind that everything that's on the back of my bike right now is all bolt-on. Like, nothing's really connected to the frame via a weld. So I don't know. I mean, it's worked out for a lot of other people, and I haven't had anything break off my bike in a while, so I'm pretty happy with that. PJ, what's your feeling on the Venom X22? Would you recommend it? PJ, I need you to tell me right now why you want this bike. What would you use it for, and where would you be riding it? And when I say where, I mean on the freeway, on back roads, for fun, commuting to work, something to get you into bikes to learn, since an automatic. And I'm assuming you're talking about the automatic too, by the way. Or, I need a little bit of a framework to kind of give you an idea of my recommendation. And then I'll let you know what I think. Now, remember, it's my opinion. It is my opinion, so yeah. Anyone had a Moto Dynamics tidy? Dude, everyone has been asking me about that. And yes, Casey Lynn is correct. If you want a new rear frame and yours is all scuffed up, you can buy one in any color that they made stock. Just remember, you can buy 2003 to 2020. And each year they had different colors. So you can just look through the years until you find a color that you want. Most people want black. Most people want white. Most people want red. But there are plenty of other colors like orange, which is a beautiful color, by the way, everyone. A beautiful color. If anyone joins Team Orange, let me know. I'll send you key tags. Michael C., they are out everywhere. I have had people asking me all over the place, asking me to see if I could find one. I used to have one, and I stopped using it when I cut my tail fin off, and then I sent it to someone online who wanted one a long time ago as a gift. I was hoping to see if I could make one, but I don't have a stock tail. I don't have a stock thing on the back. I don't have a stock bracket on the back or one to design one off of. So it didn't look like it was a difficult part to make. Hey, I joined Team Orange. Where's my key tags? I'll send you key tags. All you have to do is just say, hey, can I have a key tag? And I'll say yes, especially specifically for Danny Thor. He's been around since the beginning of time. Well, if time began when Small Engine Velocity began, then he was here since the beginning of time. Boy, you guys got me talking today. Like, I usually don't do live chats for over an hour. Sam, Stefania. Okay, I'm not going to butcher this. Stefani. Keep up the good work. Thank you. I try my best. I do it for the love of the ruckus, and I'm all making content online and sharing. So yeah. Patreon idea. How about CNC Key Tags? I've been trying to work with FLP to see if he can make me those key tags. Remember the key tag that I the key. Oh, CNC Key Tags. I am due for a Generation 3 key tag printed one. The one I had like this. This is Gen 2 right here, which is available on Small Engine Velocity if anyone wants one, and they're on sale. Shameless plug. But I'm looking for the third version of it. I don't know what I want to do. I want to make a white key tag, but everyone keeps telling me don't make a white one because it's going to get dirty. Mark said, I think I'm headed out. Have a great night, everyone. Really enjoyed the live stream, Caesar. Thanks, as always. No problem. And thank you very much for the super chat. So far, we've got Roy with several. Jurassic, Juke, Mark. Woot woot. It's been a good day. All this goes straight to... And Michael C. now joined in. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. It goes directly to the parts fund. It will not, like I was telling everyone everywhere, will not buy beer, which I don't drink beer. It will not go whiskey. I don't drive whiskey. I don't smoke cigarettes. So it's not going to go. It goes straight into a fund that sits around and waits until it's time to buy parts to put on a ruckus, or a bike, any bike that I'm working on, so that we can provide content. Need other colors in the face mask. See, Corn Pap, you are correct. I thought I had made one in gray in that one. So I went back to the vendor, and I'm going to change it back so that it at least has a gray one in there. The one with the ruckus that goes on your face like this. I can make funny faces. I can do whatever I want because I'm live streaming right now. Could you scroll up? Oh, sorry. This would be my first bike, so I'm interested for an automatic. I was interested in a sports bike style. It will mainly be for city driving and just for fun, possibly some highway. So it would be a good fit. If it's just for riding around and stuff like that and learning, yeah, see, you're right, Corn Path. Gray would be cool. That's what I was thinking, gray. But anyways, let me get back to PJ because he asked a question. It'll work on the freeway. As a matter of fact, me and my wife rode it both on the freeway, and we were going like 70s or something like that. So it worked out good. And because it's an automatic, riding it around town is good too. I also would ask if you would look at the KPR 200. It's about the same price. It's not a 250, but it's a 200, but it's fuel injected and water cooled. Also, I have a whole bunch of videos on there too. If you're willing to learn to drive a standard bike, once you learn the standard, then it's pretty good. But if it's just for enjoyment, then more power to you, man. Just keep in mind that 1, it is a China bike. 2, parts are not easy to come by because it is a China bike. All right. There are cross parts that work and universal parts that work, but anytime anything breaks, you break a piece of plastic, you break a fender or anything, you have to go back to Falcon, which is pretty much the same bike, or you have to go to Venom Motorsports to order that part. So I would establish that you can buy all those parts readily available from them directly before you would purchase it. That's the number one thing that upsets me with China bikes the most, is that the readily available of replacement parts is not there, except for CNC, CSC, California Scooter Company, CSC. All their bikes they sell have a 100% parts list all over the bottom. Oh, and thank you, by the way, for the super chat. I appreciate it. Woo, 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 woo. Michael C., thank you for the super chat. Woo, woo. Like I said, straight to the parts fund. I gotta start looking around and see what we're gonna do next on the ruckus. I should take suggestions from everybody. It won't even go to the money that I use to buy parts. It's literally specifically for purchased parts. PJ, so it is good. Now, I also recommend whenever you first get it, like ride it for like 50 miles and change the oil, and then change the oil for the first 500 to 1,000 miles 2 or 3 times before you do that. And don't mod it. Like, I know everybody wants to mod their bike, but because it has such a limited availability of parts, just enjoy it. Like, get on it and ride it around and have fun with it. Like when people buy a ruckus and they're like, "What's my first mod should be?" I'm like, unless you're lowering the seat or you're, doing some aesthetic pieces, generally I tell everybody ride it around a lot and enjoy it. Like, learn how the bike feels and enjoy it. Like, a lot of people who buy those China clones of a Grom, like, they don't even have 500 miles on it, and they've already ripped out the carb. They're already putting exhausts and welding this and that on it. They're already doing this and changing hoses and whatnot. Just, like, enjoy it. Like, enjoy. I cannot say this enough. Yeah. Oh, hey, Zeke, thank you very much. Super chat. I really appreciate it. I'm so willing to learn to drive a standard. So the Falcon 250 and the Venom is the exact same bike. Yes, it is the same bike. It's just rebranded. As a matter of fact, both of them, if you look at the MF, oh my God, the document you get it when you buy it, they're all from, like, it's all called a Fangdong. Fangdong, I believe, is the manufacturer. All the exact same thing. Fangdong. And Vong Li, you are correct. Vong Li is okay. As a matter of fact, let's paste this here. we are having a mouse pad contest, and Vong Lee is winning by 1 right now. He has 2. I have 1 of this mouse pad sold so far. So if you want to check out the mouse pad for there, and then the winner between me and Vong Lee gets a free stainless steel mug with our bike on it. So yes, awesome. And me and Vong Lee, we are also afflicted with a disease called warranty voidness, and we cannot leave things well enough alone. For sure. Cannot. No, not at all. Corn Pap! Parts are good. Parts are very good because parts keeps things going for me. Thank you, Corn Pap. I really appreciate it. Corn Pap's been around since, I don't even know. It's been well over a year since he's been hanging out, for sure. Guilty on the Grom clone mods. Yes. Like, people are ripping the carb out and putting another carb in, like, with like 50 miles on it, and you're like, I want more power. Well, you don't know how much power it has to begin with, so even when if you add more power and you drove it, you wouldn't know because you haven't felt what it looked like without it. And yes, tools are good too. Corn Pap, I finally did something I've been wanting to do forever in the garage, and I finally put one of those little like retractable reels for my compressor. And then I put a dryer in there, the one that pulls the water out of the line. And then I put a valve finally. So now out of my roof, I pull a cable and I have my freaking compressor hose. I don't have to keep going and plugging a hose in. And because every hose I have is like 50 feet long. It annoys the ever living crap out of me because once I'm done, I got to like, and then once you twist the hose up, it doesn't wind up well. So I got to like pull it all the way out the freaking driveway and unwind it all and then rewind it back into like what you do with your water hose. You like put it in your hand and oh my gosh. So finally, the only thing I need now is that little retractable extension cord that comes out of the roof. Not the roof, out of your ceiling, I guess. It never really comes out of the roof. And then so I can plug crap in whenever I need it. But now I can use my air tools whenever I need to. Now I need a bigger compressor, but man, this is going to be my 3rd compressor. No thanks. Oh, and Corn Pap, I put an old ceiling fan in my house. I put a pole on it and then put a 2x4 and then like bolted the 2x4 in there and then ran 2 wires out of the fan and then put a 110 plug on it and I plug it in now. And now I can do it. Speaking of, tools are good. Those are handy. Got 2. Yes, awesome. Got that too. Oh, the extension cord, awesome. PJ, back to you. The X22 GT would be great. Would be perfectly fine for someone who's 6'2". It's a little low, but the geometry, you'd still be able to sit on it fine. You really would. Because it's kind of like the KPR 200. I had like a 6'3" guy, 6'4" guy ride the KPR 200, and he looked perfectly fine on it. So, yeah. Thank you very much, Corn Pap, for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Parts are good, and tools. I've been working on building my tools. I ever since you sent me those super good tools, now whenever I go to Harbor Freight and I look at these other tools, I'm like, bleh. Especially the wire stripper, especially those snips, the cutter, like aluminum wire, like everything. It cuts everything. I've used it when I was putting the 220 power on the other side of the garage. Use that. It was awesome. Hi, Mom. This is April, my mom.
You going to bed soon?
Eventually soon.
Okay, I'm putting the kids to bed.
Okay.
Have fun.
Love you. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Corn Pap. Okay. Michael. How's the smoothness going from the Ruckus tires to Michelin boppers or similar tires? Have boppers... I have boppers, just not installed them yet. one, expect at least a mile per hour out of the smooth tires. As far as I'm concerned, if you overfill the tire just a little bit where it's really solid, you can go faster. Oh, Jurassic had a Zuma. Wait, okay, Jurassic. What weights are best for the Yamaha Zuma 125? I want to upgrade mine for more power. What generation Yamaha Zuma do you have? Because I think me and Casey, we have the newer one, the newest one, and I think ours comes with stock weights of 19-gram rollers. Not 19, I'm sorry. 9, not 19. 19 is like 19-gram weights is like for Roy's Piaggio 250. So when you say more power, remember weights, it's a give and take. So the heavier the weight, the slower your acceleration, but the higher your top end. The lower the weight, you have a lot more torque and you can get up there faster, but your top end suffers. So it's always this balancing game between how you want to, do you want to take off fast? Like right now, my Ruckus is configured with 12-gram sliders, but it has a shorter belt and a skinnier belt. And I take off like a rocket, like whomp, fly off the line. But I'm pretty sure my max speed right now is like 60, 65. I haven't really tested it yet since I did the new jet. But yeah, I have hey, you're just like me and Casey. Welcome. Hey, Jurassic Juke. Also, at the same time, just so you know, I did buy the big bore kit for our Zuma. I have it's a 158cc. So look forward to seeing some videos on that. Do I know what sliders fit in our Zuma? No. But I am going to take the cover back off, which, by the way, Casey, was a pain in the butt to get the cover off. But I'm going to measure them and find them because I do want to put sliders in them. Even if I have to put 9-gram sliders in there, I want to see how well it works. I also want to put a new variator in there, but I don't know. I don't want to spend any money on anything if I don't want to know if it works. Where am I? So Jurassic Juke, yes. Look forward to that. Zeke, so big question. When are you going to learn how to do welding? I have a wire feed welder that has the argon gas that my brother has, and we've played around with it. But I don't like how when I weld with that, I end up grinding more of it than I was actually welding. So I don't really have a lot of confidence in the actual strength of the weld. So still got to practice. Casey said, do you know what sliders fit in our Zuma? I don't know. Raul, what's up, Raul? From California, which is 4 hours, 3 hours, 2 hours behind me. So for him, it's like 8 in the afternoon. Awesome. And I'm jealous of your weather, by the way. It's always like 70, 80. And then in the evenings, it's like nice and cool. I wish. Danny Thor, yes. In a 250, because it's got so much torque and speed, it can push those weights out. He can go even higher with that if he wanted to. Zeke said, something tells me you can make an excellent bike. We'll see. Keep watching and tuning into the channel, and you'll see how well I make stuff. Roy said, oh, yeah, I better get some sleep. I do have to work tomorrow, and I do have to wake up early, and I got to get... What sucks now is that I have a high schooler who has to leave on the bus at 6:30 or get a ride, which she's been getting a ride from her boyfriend, which, by the way, boyfriends, stay away. Like, I'm very protective. Anyways, and then I have another child who is elementary school who leaves at 7:30, and then I have a school kid in middle school who leaves at 8:30. So it's like I'm spending 3 hours of my morning just getting people ready one by one and putting them on a bus. It'd be a lot easier if they all just left all at the same time. Danny Thor says I'm 18 or 19 in my ruck. Well, that's because you have a 250 motor. So yes. So 13 seems kind of low. I'm planning on getting the variator from RC Scooters, trying to keep it easy to put back to stock because of one. Oh yeah, because you bought yours brand new. And I don't think they really freak out on you about a variator. Like, that doesn't seem like something that could. I can't imagine how that would break a bike. Last week it was 115. Okay, so that's pretty hot. I'm from Pittsburgh and love the videos. Pittsburgh and the Penguins and hockey. I have a friend who was from Pittsburgh and he absolutely loved hockey. Like, it was his thing. Hockey. Came over here, we'd go to the gallery and he'd go skating. He was always talking hockey, wearing a hockey jersey. And we have a lot of fires. I had a customer, and we do DR solutions, so disaster recovery, and he was telling me that he wanted to test this disaster recovery solution because the fires were getting too close for comfort. That's weird to hear, but also kind of scary that you're monitoring how far the fire is from your house. That just seems bad. Okay. What's your favorite bike? My favorite bike is the Ruckus. My second favorite bike is my Zuma, and my third favorite bike is the SV650. But to be fair, each bike has its own merits and its own use for how they work. So far, that's the 3 bikes in my roster. I have lots more other bikes at other people's houses, like the X22 GT and the Lycan and the KPR 200 and the Expect and stuff. But yeah. All right, get the ruck. I'll see you later. I'm actually about to tune out too because I'm already been. It's almost been an hour and 50 minutes. Raul said, I was watching your videos and have collected all my parts to build my Ruckus. Just busy to keep the great stuff. When you build your stuff, when you build your part, like, make sure that you have all the parts you need. Like, really do the research. Like, when I did the GY6 swap, I made sure that I had every single part. So I didn't start building something and then have to sit there and be like, oh, I forgot to buy the throttle cable. Hey, John's here. What's up, John? John is a good pal of mine. We talk on Facebook and stuff all the time. He does parts and he does a lot of stuff with my waffles, and he wins quite a few waffles. As a matter of fact, he won a super cool waffle recently. It's like a big giant ball of parts that hopefully need to be powder coated. Zeke, I'm from Virginia and I love watching your video installations too. Virginia. What's the deal with West Virginia too, by the way? Why is there West Virginia and then just like Virginia? Well, there's not like East Virginia or South Virginia. It seems kind of weird. John said, thanks. What's the fastest bike ever modded from your shop? And when you say shop, my garage, and that would be my SV650, I guess. But I'd never really modded that. Really, I just put bolt-ons. Yeah. Anyways, guys, I got to get to bed. The wife came in through here, so that's usually my sign when she pops in that she's like wants to watch some TV or spend some time with me. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Oh, John won the Zen bars. By the way, John, I'm thinking about having special bars made, those Zen bars for the company, and see if I can have them made with SEV logos on the top, the old school one. Anyways, we'll see about that. Anyways, I'm going to go head out. Thank you, everybody, for the 24 thumbs up. 16 people in here right now. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Corn Pap. Thank you, Zeke. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Roy. Thank you, Jurassic Juke. And Mark. And Roy several times. Thank you for pushing that little $ sign on the bottom for the super chat. like I said before, if you want to and you hit that, and remember, it's never required. It's always appreciated, but never required if you use super chats and super stickers when you do this. And I 100% promise you, every dime of that YouTube doesn't keep, that I get, goes into a specific account, sits there, and goes directly to parts. Oh, thanks, John. John joined in at the very, very end. Woot, woot, woot. Yes, Roy is the high total today of 15. I think the next one is Michael and then Corn Pap. Anyways, like I said, again, it's never required. It's always appreciated, and 100% goes into whatever happens for the channel. As far as parts go, not like iced tea or buying no screwdrivers or thumb drives or remote controls or scales or USB cables or pens or, look, deodorant. Yes, I keep deodorant at my freaking desk. Or contact solution or camera lenses. This comes straight out of my own money, camera equipment and all that stuff. It literally goes to just scooter parts. Anyways, thanks everybody for watching. I really, 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 really had a good time with this live chat. Next time we'll do some giveaways. We'll do the numbers for key tags, and maybe I'll give away some of my Gen 1 cup holder stuff, like some parts that I have made. That was my beta testing pieces, and give them to everybody. Anyways, thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see everybody in the next live stream. Time to go to bed and sleep because the wife wants me to. See you, everybody.